Alright, here's a look at the place I've been staying at for a week. It's fairly basic. It's a hut after all, so it's a proper thatched hut, as you can see with the, yep, and you've got the electrical wires running down there, you've got some hangers, but basically not much in the way of furniture, just basically a little trellis table and a little mini fridge, which is very handy because cold drinks are really good here. Here's your aircon, which is basically a fan, and it does the job. 3 settings. The bed's actually quite comfortable. I've got no problems with that. The actual floor, you can see slats, and you can see right down to the bottom. It's on a slope, and as you go down there, you wouldn't want to drop any money or anything down here because it'll go straight through. You've got a drying rack, you've got a little bit of a place to put your books or whatever, clothes or whatever. And here's the bathroom. It's very basic, but does the job. There's the bathroom. That's a pain, that little shelf, that plastic shelf. I pulled that off actually. It's just hanging there, so very easy to remove. You've got a mirror, toilet. Toilet works okay. You can use toilet paper, which is not the case in some places in Thailand. There's the shower, and it's just a cold shower, your standard sort of handheld job. Decent flow of water, and it's actually warm for about a minute if you have a late shower rather than an early morning shower, and then it just goes to what's cold, but it feels more warm because it's a warm environment, so it's not an issue. Anyway, that's the place I've stayed at. I've slept okay here, apart from that pesky bird that keeps sort of darting around from hut to hut, and it did again last night, but only was right next to me for one occasion, so that was good. So that's it basically, and of course there's the killer view through the to the balcony area, which is quite nice, the balcony. And you've got those doors that open out, and it's just basic but very functional. So there you go. That's where I stayed for a week. All right, this is a short look at the hut I'm staying at. You compare huts here because I've stayed in a hut on the island, which was a little more established than this one. This is actually a pure bamboo hut. It does have electricity. It does have a fan, adjustable fan. It has 3 speeds, the same as in the other place. That's my towel there on a bamboo rack. And the bed itself is close to the ground, just on slats, but it's comfortable enough. I don't have any problems there. I was quite cold on the first night, and I actually needed to get a blanket from the owners, and that's kept me quite warm, so it's been good. So that's comfortable. There's a couple of power outlets, and the windows are funny because they're actually propped up with a piece of bamboo that actually slots into the side of the building. So it's very Gilligan's Islandish, and that's the little prop that goes in there to lock it up when you pull it back. So, and I think actually it was built by the owner, actually, maybe with some help from family and what have you, but I'm pretty sure he did the actual construction. So that's the main bedroom part of the hut, and here is the attached bathroom, pretty similar to the setup with the other hut on the island. There's a gap there where one of the curious kittens gets in. He did last night when I was actually just wanted to have a piss in the toilet, and he came in, and I had to bloody take him outside. And there's the one difference this place has, it's actually got a hot water service for the shower. The water pressure's really low, but you accept that sort of stuff when you're in a place like this. And the toilet has a bidet, it works fine. And there's also the wonky little plastic shelf that was actually exactly the same as the one in the other place. There's a mirror there, and one thing this does have is actually it does at least have a plug in it. which I can't get undone now. Oh, there it is. No, it finally worked. So it does actually have a plug in the actual sink, so that's nice. So yeah, very low water pressure, but it does heat up the water. So I suppose in that respect, it's a little more luxurious than the other place. So that's basically it. It's got a flat floor, there's no gaps in this particular floor. It's just totally solid, and you've got a squeaky door going into the bathroom, and this is the main door here, and just got a balcony area here, so looking out, quite a large seat area. It's quite generous, and you've got the spongy sort of bamboo thing there. So that's basically it. That's the place, and there's a light out here too, and you can just lock it up by latching it there with a padlock. So, and that's basically, that's hut number 1, and that's where I've stayed for 4 nights, last night tonight. Quite happy to go now. I've had enough time here, but yeah, it's been okay. It's been okay. Fairly basic, but comfortable enough. And I've been bitten by a couple of mozzies, but only a couple of bites, and it's not too bad. And that's why I leave the fan on a low setting overnight, so that it puts the mozzies off, and it seems to work. So that's basically it. That's where I've been staying at Meechok for the last 4 nights. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.